I didn't know this station existed until we put a new dealer in there. So, but the dealer we put in place has made significant improvements to the location. They're operating in a way that I would be proud to have that as one of my gas stations under the Marathon brand. I will personally assure that they uphold all the Marathon brand standards, which are very high as far as the gas stations go. And our application is to change the operating hours that they're allowed to open. They like to function as a neighborhood gas station. I was listening to you guys talk before the meeting, and I know he said you were one of his customers, so
Yeah.
you know, it's just, I think it's a perfect opportunity to open a little bit earlier, stay open a little bit later, you know, paper, coffee in the morning, gas on the way to work, gas on the way home, and then open on Sundays for, you know, kids going to get candy and popsicles like you guys were talking about. So,
Okay.
does you have any questions for me?
I'll ask one and then we'll turn it over to the board. Just currently the current hours and then what you're asking for, just so the rest of the group
The
knows.
current operating hours are the 9 to 7, Monday through Saturday.
Okay.
And then the application, I believe, was 6 to 11, Monday through Saturday, and 7 to 9 on Sunday.
Okay, just want to make sure everybody knows where we're at. All right. Questions from the board?
Yeah, I have a question. Can you help explain to us the value in the extended hours?
I think the value would be to the local community and the neighbors around the store. You know, being able to get their morning coffee on their way to work and get gas, rather than going to, you know, another one of our competitors or a larger chain. This is a family-run business. This family, I've been dealing with them for quite some time. They have a number of brothers and sisters that run different gas stations around the state. Very good operators for us, and I think that it would be a good addition to the community.
Thank you.
I have a question. I was just curious why you're asking for different hours on Sunday than the rest of the 6 days. You want 7 to 9 on Sunday.
I mean, if I'm being perfectly honest, I would love to be 24 hours, 7 days a week if they choose to do so. But I didn't want to overstep when we made the application. I thought it would be disrespectful maybe to ask for more than that, right? So I wanted to make sure we're respectful of what the community wants and has had in the past, while also opening up more hours.
Okay.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Has anyone in the community asked you or your operator of the station to extend your hours? Has anybody voiced that?
That's
Oh.
all these people
Okay.
that are here today, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the store manager does have, I don't know, 5 or 6 pages of signatures of people that wanting extended hours and opening on Sundays.
And do you want to give some, well, I mean, just boil it down, why that would be helpful or why you think it would be helpful?
I just think it
for
would-
that.
Yeah, I think it would be helpful to everyone in the community, like I've said, to be able to go to a gas station earlier in the morning and late in the evening. I've been in the gas station and convenience store business for 12 years now, and I've never seen a gas station be successful operating under those restricted hours. I mean, there's a reason my company got out of operating that site and put a dealer in place there. So to being perfectly honest, we didn't know there were restricted hours, and nobody from my retail side of our organization decided to tell us before we put a dealer in there. So I'm not sure that a dealer would have gone in knowing the restricted hours, being perfectly honest.
So you say if there's a reason why you got out of that site, what is that reason then?
Because we weren't making enough money. I'm sure that's the reason, yeah.
And the extended hours would bring greater revenue to,
I firmly believe that. The majority of the gas station business happens from, say, 6, 7 till 10 in the morning, and then 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night, depending on the location. But those are the busy hours in the morning and the evening, not during the day.
do you have data to, well, I mean, I guess it's pretty hard to have data to support this particular location with the uptick in revenue, but
Yeah.
do you?
I don't have any
Have a
data to
hunch on it?
support that, no, unfortunately. I'm on the wholesale fuel side of the business, so all I really see is gallons pumped per month, and then I don't really see individual transactions or operating on the inside. I'm sure Harmon could provide some of that information, but
Okay. And then I just, for the record, because we're being
Yeah.
taped this direction,
yeah.
but when I asked the question about has anybody in the neighborhood expressed an interest, there's about 4 people in the audience that raised their hands real high.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay. There's like-
Yeah, I got 8 people.
I'm just
yeah.
putting that out there for the recording of
I
this.
appreciate that, yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
Thanks for your answers.
Any other questions from the board?
You said that the majority of your business would be 6 to 10 in the morning and then 4 to 10 in the afternoon and evening, is that correct?
Probably,
Then
right.
why are you asking for extended hours to 11?
I think that being open longer is a better service to the community, right? Being able to go get that late night, water, Tylenol, whatever it is, right? I came from the 7-Eleven world, and we were open 24 hours a day, and we were the late night destination for, the Tylenols and the Pepto-Bismols and the things like that when you can't run out to the grocery store. So I think it would be good for the community. Thank you.
All right, any more questions? No? All right. I have a question for staff real quick, though. We have a representative who's presenting it. Is that the only person who could represent the application? Okay, so then I can, without opening a
No.
public meeting, ask if the general manager or somebody wants to speak for the
Yes.
application. You don't have to. I'm just giving your
I think-
team or whatever the
Yeah,
opportunity to speak.
I think Harmon would like to speak, yes.
That's up-
Yeah,
that's
he's
up
been
to him.
operating the gas station since
Yep.
I took over, so.
Yep. I'm just trying to make sure you get fully represented.
Absolutely, absolutely.
right.
Thank you.
Yep. How you doing?
Good. How you guys doing
Good.
today?
Name, address, and tell us about the application and from your perspective.
So my name is Harmanjot Singh. I live at 3810 Campus Avenue, Holland, Michigan. Zip code's 49423, apartment of 2.
Cool.
And so when we bought this gas station, I'd say about 3 months ago, we didn't know that we had to be closed on Sundays or even like there was a specific time. So we were running it like however we wanted, and we were opening up on Sundays because we did not know anything about like the agreement that was signed or like just in general about the rules that were placed on the store. And when we were opening up on Sundays, a lot of customers, they found it very convenient that we were, because they'd come like right back from church, get water, gas, cigarettes, and they didn't like, I'll be honest, they didn't like the shell down the street because of their customer service and like just the area. There's a lot of like homeless people down there, so they don't like, that. And they like our store better because of the improvements that we have made so far. And like we've invested a lot of money in like just redoing the whole store from the outside, inside, bunch of new coolers, bunch of new machines, better customer service, and just overall like it's, I'd say, one of the best stores in Holland right now. And I've had customers say that this is the best store they've ever been to also.
Appreciate that. Any questions from the board?
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Can you tell us about gas sales versus the convenience store?
So gas sales, I'd say we're doing anywhere from like 700 to 1,000 gallons a day. But that was when we were like doing the whole extended hours and all that. Now it's anywhere from like 500 to 600. And like inside like our convenience store, that's doing anywhere from, I'd say, 2,000 to 2,500. And this is before that we knew about like the rules. Now it's doing anywhere from like 1,500 to like 2,000 at max. And like when we were doing the whole like 7 days a week open on Sundays, we were hitting a good like almost $3,000 almost inside wise, and then almost 1,000 for just gallons. And then with the whole Sunday being closed, it's not that we're losing money, but like we could be doing a good like $4,000 to $5,000 that like time that we're closed during the daytime. And if you like add that number up, it's around 25 to 30 grand that we're not losing, but we could be doing more every month.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more convenient for the customers too.
Yeah. All right. Any more questions from the board? All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Right now, we're going to open the public hearing for comments and concerns specific to the points regarding this application. At this time, we're asking for anybody who wants to speak about the application for or against. Seeing that we have a lot of people here, and I think I see what direction this is going. Please come up and speak, and sometimes we kind of repeat and repeat and repeat, so if somebody steals your thunder in the beginning, please try to come up with something in addition to, with all due respect. Thank you. Name, address, please.
My name is Angela Rabb. I live at 83 East 26th Street, Holland, Michigan. Basically about 2 blocks away from where they are. First off, I would like to take a minute to thank the new owners for investing their time and money into our community. It looks a heck of a lot better. I've lived in the neighborhood for a little over 12 years now, and it looks far better. I'm not sure if you've ever seen it. It looked like it was about this close to just falling over.
I personally have not. We have members that use the station, though.
Have you guys seen it before? Now it actually looks like a habitable building. Well, anyway, I had actually been in there before when they had a worker, previous to actually fixing the building, where a piece of the ceiling had fallen down on a worker, when there was previous owners there. Now they've actually fixed it up. It looks like a safe building now. So that's just the quality of people that had owned that building before. They were basically taking the money and running. And I absolutely believe these people deserve some recognition and respect for beautifying our neighborhood and the building. So, excuse me, I'm going through. So by them cleaning up the building, I believe that they've probably helped our neighborhood property values quite a bit by making sure that their area is at least cleaned up. And I think by allowing them to be open 7 days a week, at least, to recoup some of that money would be nice. I mean, when you look over at like 16th Street where Shell is open 7 days a week, and you know, look over at Family Dollar and that whole entire area, look at their parking lots. They have let that whole entire area go. And that's approaching our downtown area. It is an absolute embarrassment. Have you seen it? It is embarrassing. And they're allowed to make money whenever they want. These guys aren't. That's not fair. Absolutely not. But here's something else that I think you guys have forgotten. By not allowing them to be open 7 days a week, we are creating a mini food desert, because we have a lot of people in that area that do not have cars. The way they get to and from work, they have people that will drop them off and pick them up. It takes a little bit longer to get to the Shell that will be open, or wherever else. At least there, when they can walk in their own neighborhood, they could at least pick up a gallon of milk or whatever until the next time they could get to the grocery store. If it's closed on Sunday, they have a whole extra day that they gotta wait until they can get to somewhere else, or they gotta walk to the Shell. Did you see the heat today? How long do you think a gallon of milk is gonna last in that heat? Not very long. I had a chocolate bar in my hand for all of 2 seconds while I was helping kids get onto the bus today. I work for Holland Public Schools. My chocolate bar was melted almost within like a couple of minutes. A gallon of milk was not going to last very far. So, I think we are interrupting commerce here. We are not allowed to spend our money how and where we want. They are not allowed to collect our money to recoup their money that they've spent putting money into our area. Oh, so anyway, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
You guys are lovely. And I
All
hope
right.
I didn't sound like I was rambling.
All right, name and address, please.
Hi, I'm Christopher Blystra. I live 31 East 24th Street, Holland, Michigan, 49423. So I live almost kitty corner from the gas station. I am a 6'2", 250-pound man. I am a burly dude, and I would not step foot into the previous gas station. The couple times I was in there, it was robbed. And the previous owners let that happen. The new owners clean the place up, and I can now send my wife and kid in there, and I do not have to worry about it. I used to have to carry my gun. I have a concealed carry permit. I used to have to carry my gun in the gas station. That is not a good feeling, especially living that close to the gas station. I also get up earlier in the morning. I'm a local trash man for the area, and having them open earlier in the day is fantastic. I can get everything I need on my way to work. Also on Sundays, if I were not to fuel up over the weekend, that Sunday is just a fantastic day to be open. On top of our daily walks now that we take, being able to run in, grab anything while it's right before bed, fantastic. So I would really like to see the gas station be able to be open later. Honestly, 24 hours is really nice for a guy like me. I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and there's no gas stations open other than 16th Street Meyer. I didn't realize the Shell was open, but yeah,
Just
that'd be
forget that part.
fantastic. Yeah, right. Forget that part. Forget that part. But else I have to go to Meyer on 16th Street. I think they're sometimes open, kind of hit or miss. But I have no fueling stations. But if they're open, I'm able to fuel up on my way to work. Also, I got to try and drive all the way out to Jenison on an empty tank. So thank you all for your time. Have a great
Appreciate
evening.
it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Oh, thank you for not rambling as much.
All right, name and address, please.
Michael David Austin, 111 East 24th Street, half a block, literally 4 houses away from the gas station.
All right.
So I've lived there 10 years now, almost 11 years, and I've seen the gas station as it was and slowly declining to it is now. Absolutely, they've done an absolute wonderful job with the upkeep and the new improvements. I also do the lawn too, every 2 weeks. But how it benefits me is I work third shift for a local factory maintenance, and I leave my house at 10 o'clock. Other gas stations on my way into work very rarely have straws, have fountain soda, syrup. They're missing cups. They're missing tops. Either all of it or vice versa. I have yet to see missing cups here at this new gas station, missing straws. The convenience of Sunday, because I live a block away, I walk my dogs, I walk with my family, and it's just nice to go in and have that option of having something cold to drink on these hot days, or something warm in the winters. So, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Would you like to make a comment?
Yeah, just wanna, if any of the applicants or any of the public that come up wanna, address whether or not there's an increase in congestion or density for or against, that might be something that's helpful to know as far, I understand the convenience part, but it'd be helpful to hear if,
I haven't seen any, honestly.
Oh, we can't hear you you have to come up to the microphone. But anyhow, I just sort of putting something out there that
Okay,
would be helpful for the board, don't you think?
all right.
So,
We'll let you
I'm
talk
sorry.
because she changed things up a little bit, but everyone gets to come up one time. Go ahead.
to add to that, the 10 o'clock at PM, I do not see an increase in
Congestion or anything like that.
yeah,
All
as
right.
far as traffic wise.
Right.
Busy, if she's referring to busy, they are very much more busier at 10 o'clock. If I pull into the gas station, there's usually 2 or 3 cars getting gas. When they were open for that first 2 weeks on Sundays, oh my gosh, it was like night and day. Everybody was pretty much happy, and there were more cars there.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that, Kim. All right. Anybody else? You know the routine.
I'm Joe Rabb. I live on 83 East 26th Street. That was my wife that spoke earlier.
All right.
I guess all I ask is just think about what kind of city you would like to have. Because one of the things that's nice about the shop is being able to walk down there. And I like the fact that I live in a walking city. I can walk downtown if I want to. That's very nice. I want to keep it that way. And having this station open, that is just another small way to make this a more convenient city, a more of a walking city. We got beautiful sidewalks, we got beautiful trees, let's enjoy them. That's all I wanted to say.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right.
Good evening. Justin Carter, 713 State Street, Holland. We live down the road. I'll reiterate some of the comments, but I'll be brief. I just want to say, I'll reiterate that the store was dilapidated, but I still utilized it because it was convenient, right? Because it's a convenience store. Since these gents have taken over, they've dumped money, they've dumped time into it. The congeniality with which they serve the community is pretty great. I have noticed an increased happiness of the clientele coming in and out. Them not being open on Sundays is inconvenient, and hence kind of against the grain of what they're trying to do and trying to provide for the community, the local community. So I think that their application has merit. I would like to see it passed. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right.
Here's somebody, John.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't see you stand up there.
Hi. So my name is
Sorry.
my name is Robert Hara. I live at 118 East 22nd Street. So a little bit about myself. I graduated Hope College with a computer science degree, and while working in that field, I wrote the inmate tracking software for Ottawa County Jail, as well as some of the court docket software that we use here. A lot of that software has also been picked up by a lot of other counties in the state. Why is that relevant? Why am I bringing that up? As a programmer, I do a lot of my best work at night. I'm a night person. Right now, I'm doing AI training, contract work, making my own hours, and I do a lot of that work at night. And a lot of times I depend on this gas station, but I gotta go, oh crap, is it gonna close? I gotta get there and get all my snacks for the night before they close. I'm also, right now, I don't make that much money. I made about $20,000 last year. So I don't have a working car right now. I'm in that food desert, I get that. And it really, really sucks when a store is closed, you make the effort to walk over there in the heat, and then it's closed. And you gotta expend all that energy to then go find another store that's open. Or worse, walk a mile and a half to the Speedway by Meyer, and then it's the middle of the night, and you guys know there's a bunch of homeless people hanging around all the time, and it's not very safe. And so a lot of times, I'd rather just stay home and be hungry, right? So a lot of these people said a lot about the things about the previous owners. I did worked for them part-time a little bit before, and one time I asked for the mop, and my manager laughed at me and showed me the mop closet, and it was defunct and full of discarded product. Hadn't been used in years, which is, nobody brought it up, but the old place smelled like sewage.
Mm.
It smelled terrible.
Yeah.
I still went there though, because like I said, it's a food desert, and it's where I get my food a lot of the time.
Gotcha.
These guys have turned it around. They've been a godsend to this community. It looks beautiful in there. They've got great products. They got great customer service. And the fact that they want to have it open 24 hours, I was ecstatic when I heard that, because I'm like, I'm going to be in here all the time, getting my energy drinks in the middle of the night so I can keep coding and all that stuff. And so I just wanted to point out, you know, there's a lot of upstanding members of the community in that area that would really benefit from this being open more often.
All right, thank you. All right, anyone else to speak?
Trish, should we just
Clarify
want to clarify something here, that the 24 hours operation is not being looked at here. It's just extending the hours of operations that they have today.
Correct.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else to speak to this application? And just for the record, have we received anything in writing?
We have received no written comments.
No written comments. Okay,
I have signatures of all the customers that want us to be open on Sundays.
okay. Would give it to Tricia. I'm not sure the value I appreciate the value, don't get me wrong, but give it to Tricia so she can have it for the record. I do appreciate that. Actually, at this time, we reserve a spot just in case you wanted to do a rebuttal to all the negative things that were said. But we don't have those, so you still have an opportunity to make another comment if you'd like. Either one of you applicants. If you're all set, then we'll go from there. And then also we have one more time for the board to ask questions of the applicant, as I understand it. That's fine.
Yeah, we
Could one of
haven't-
you guys come up, please, the applicants? You open the mic there.
Okay, well, one of the things that we want to just resolve, just for our findings of fact, or their findings of fact, is will the use of the extended hours require off-street parking in any way? Will that burden the neighboring
I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think
properties?
so. No, there's sufficient parking in the lot, and most people that go to the convenience stores are there for 5 to 10 minutes, so.
Like
yeah.
stop in and
Yeah, yeah.
get what they need,
Yep,
and then
you got it, you got it.
right back out.
Yep.
Thank you.
Anything else from the board? Okay, you all set? Anything for the staff here, over here, from the board? No? All right, then we're gonna close the public hearing. The board will now deliberate, and discuss the application and specifics about it. And then, once we hash it out, then we're gonna be looking for a motion, one way or another on the application. So, board? Do we have an issue, Trish?
I think someone needs to make a motion, and someone needs to second, and then there needs to be discussion on the motion.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a motion to approve.
Seconded. I heard a lot of great comment from neighbors about how it adds value to the neighborhood, the extended hours of this business.
I didn't hear that many comments about extending the hours. I thought what I heard was a lot of comments about the convenience of the property and how nice it is now that it's been remodeled and redeveloped. I also live in the neighborhood, and this is my gas station of choice. I live only 2 blocks away. And I also would like to confirm everything that you've said. The remodeling has made a huge difference on the property, and the usability of the property. I mean, it just works so much better. I've never been in the store. I got all my gas there, but it's been noticeably different. They got all new pumps. They all work really well, and it's been a vast improvement. And so I've been appreciative of that, and I continue to be a customer there. My concern about the extended hours, and again, all we're talking about here is extending the hours to have Sunday open and to extend 1 hour in the morning and I think 2 hours in the evening. My only concern is the evening hours. I'm all in favor of opening on Sunday as well. I've seen a lot of cars roll in there on Sunday and wait and suddenly realize it's not open. It's a big shock to many people. But the extending the hours in the evening bothers me because it is in a residential district. And there's 2 different residential zones, one on actually adjacent to the property. And both of those residential zones primarily feature that those areas should be either mixed-use residential or single-family homes, and so it's a zone that's set aside in the city for people to live in and raise their families and have that kind of residential lifestyle. I'm concerned that the extending the hours in the evening, especially in the winter, will leave those lights on late and into the night, and there are houses across the street actually in most directions that will probably be affected by the lights at night. And I don't think that it's a good idea to do that in a residential area. I mean, if you're in one of these other places where gas stations are open 24/7, I think that's what they're there for, and they're lit all night long, and it's really bright. But in this particular case, it's tucked into a neighborhood, and I don't think that it's a good idea to extend the hours until, is it 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock? 11 o'clock, especially during the dark periods of the year where it's going to be lit all that time. And so that's my only objection. I'm in favor of Sundays. I'm in favor of early morning openings, but I'm not that crazy about having to extend into the evening because of the effect on the neighborhood properties. So I'm wrestling with all of that. I think it's been a great improvement in the neighborhood. I really like it, and I like the morning hours and Sunday hours, but I'm a little bit reluctant to support the evening hours. I'm now speaking to the board because it's us that are deciding this, so that's where I am right now.
Okay, I definitely want to hear from everybody here, that's for sure. So if you have an opportunity or you'd like to make a comment, let's hear it.
I do agree with Fred, except for we have noise restrictions in the city to shut down at 10. So if we could do that and allow them to stay open till 10 and follow those guidelines. They're asking for 9 on Sunday, so that's not even going as far as the noise restrictions every other day of the week. So I can't argue with that. So, if we could allow them to stay open till 10, I would be good with that.
Okay, anybody Jane, you wanna throw your 2 cents in there?
As I said earlier, I grew up across the street from a 24/7 gas station, and our house was never dark. That was my biggest problem. I guess I'm wrestling with that 11 o'clock as well. 10 o'clock kind of is a cutoff in my head as well. I know it's the noise ordinance. The early morning hours definitely captures the on the way to work crowd. I failed to take into consideration the night owls among us. And I understand that those hours are convenient for those people who are more nocturnal. But still, the main consideration are the families that are in the dwellings near and next to this gas station. I would support until 10.
Dave, if you would.
Yeah, I agree. Sunday hours are not a problem. Certainly understand. I think I've been one of those customers that pulled up in there on a Sunday and it's like, well, wait a minute, what's going on? Yeah, it's always been the night hours that has got me thinking as we're looking at a residential neighborhood.
Okay.
What's proper for that? And I think going back into the noise ordinance for the city at 10 o'clock makes a lot of sense.
So as a reminder to everybody here, we have a motion to approve it as submitted. So we can make an amendment to that motion? Or do we need to, give me the procedure if we wanted to modify that and say, okay, we approve it, but only open till 10.
I think we have to, someone has to make a motion to amend it, or the motion can be withdrawn.
I will withdraw that motion to approve as
Second.
written. As written.
Seconded.
Okay.
All right, so now we're open for another motion, if someone wants to throw something on the table.
I would like to move that we approve the application, oh no, I'm still debating with myself. I'm sorry, I jumped in. Maybe somebody else wants to do it.
I'll make a motion to approve the application with the amendment of the Monday to Saturday hours being 6 to 10 rather than 6 to 11 as applied for.
Second.
And what about, George, can you just reiterate the Sunday hours for us?
And the Sunday hours would remain 7 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Second.
You're still good, okay.
Very good.
Yeah.
Findings of fact.
I was just going to add that it feels like that's a good compromise, is still allowing more operating hours in the week, more increased
Yeah, I
revenue.
do too. I think
Right.
that's a good
It's more available
compromise.
to the community still than it is today, while still
Mhm.
trying to balance the mixed-use residential zoning that it exists within.
And procedurally, it was solid, so we like that. So now we need some findings of fact. So you have to go through your list. This one here, read it, say yes or no, and then expound on each item.
All right, so will the modification of the non-conforming use adversely impact neighboring properties or decreasing values? No.
And why generally?
And generally why? It's already in existence. It's part of that neighborhood already, and changing the hours would not change how it affects property values in the neighborhood.
Keep rolling, and if legal needs something, they'll speak up.
Will the modification increase density or congestion? No. I think we've heard that from the operators, stating their experiences. Will the modification be a general nuisance? No. Will the modification increase the amount of radioactivity, vibration, noise, odor, heat, or other adverse factors? No.
Can you tell us why?
Oh, yeah.
We need, yep, we
Everyone
need
added.
Okay,
why
so-
Down a
on the
little bit
general
there.
nuisance also.
Modifying the operating hours would not be a general nuisance because it does not change how the business is operating in the community. Will the modification increase the amount of radioactivity, vibration, noise, odor, heat, or other adverse factors? No. Increasing or changing the operating hours would not increase the amount of any of the things that I stated, adverse factors. Will the modification create a general nuisance to neighbors or in the neighborhood? No, given the amendments that we've put on the application and capping those closing hours at 10 p.m. rather than 11 p.m. on the weekdays and Saturdays. Will the modification require increased off-street parking, which would be detrimental to neighboring properties? No, we've heard that from operators. The property is set up to handle the parking that it requires. And lastly, will the modification impact the health, safety, and welfare of adjacent properties? No, changing the operating hours would not impact the health, safety, or welfare of the adjacent properties. Because it is already, it does not change the type of business that's operating.
Rachel, we got a thumbs up over there. Calculating. Is it the spinning wheel?
It would be great to have some, oh dear, okay. Would be great to have some additional findings of fact for number 4. Will the modification increase the amount of radioactivity, vibration, noise, odor, heat, or other adverse factors?
I don't believe that increasing the operating hours changes the amount of radioactivity, vibration, noise, odor, heat, or adverse factors produced from the gas station.
Same business. Because it's the same
It's doing
business.
the same thing, I think it's fine. I think I'm good.
All right. Great. Miranda, would you call the roll, please?
Okay, roll call to approve 61 East 24th Street. We're gonna start with Benitez.
Approve as amended.
Okay, and then Lockery,
Approve as amended.
Peaks,
Approved as amended.
Van Twerp,
I approve.
Bauer,
Approve.
and Bedard.
Yes. All right, well, thank you very much. Thank you for everybody coming. We're just gonna keep rolling through our agenda, which is pretty brief now. I don't believe we have any unfinished business, no new business, so we're rolling right into approval of the minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes? All those supporting, say aye.
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 Did you get a motion to approve the minutes, or did you make it?
I will motion to approve the
Thank
minutes.
you.
Thanks, John.
I will second that.
Thank you. Okay, one more time. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. There's no other orders of business. Next meeting is August 28th. Thank you very much, and thank you for,
And we don't know yet if we're gonna have a meeting, because
Okay.
I've not received any applications so far, but the deadline is next week. So I'll let everybody know.
all right, very good. Well, I do appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Seconded.
Thank you. It's my first night.
Good job.
I'm easing in.